This attic used to be unfinished storage space and it had a really steep, narrow staircase, but that has been rebuilt so that it now lands where we have full headroom, and Melissa and Palin are going to make great use of this space. There'll be a playroom back here for the daughter, and then an office back in here. Hey Charlie, hey Tommy.
Hey Kevin or Wyatt.
So the idea is to use stuff we've got or easily accessible materials?
Right, here's a file cabinet that the homeowners already have, and they'll probably reuse that. And for the desktop, we have some butcher block that we got at the home center. We have 2 pieces to make an L-shaped desktop.
So how'd you guys get started?
Well, we got to find the high spot in the room because the floor is not level.
Right.
So this side is the high spot over here. The inside corner is down about 3/8. So we start on the high side and level across. That way our filing cabinet will fit anywhere we want to put it.
Gotcha. Looks like there's a cleat already in, so that's the idea. All right, how do you want to make this L-shaped desk, Tommy?
So the first thing I want to do is take a measurement in the back corner, come all the way across, and I'm going to go tight to the wall. I have 93 5/8. So let's cut 93 5/8. But I'm going to cut this at a slight angle to remove this piece so we can get it in tight to the wall so we can scribe the back. Let's let it down. There it is. Okay, so. All right, so we have a nice fit on this end. So now what we need to do is we need to scribe along the back, and then we'll take it out and put it back in.
Okay.
Nice and clean right there.
Nice.
All right, now we'll tackle that side. So we measured for the length to the long of our 45 on this end. We're going to put an angle on this end because we're going to have what is called a waterfall edge. It's going to drop down. So I'm going to cut the length first. All right, so pick your end up. We got to come around. I got to just trim this up just a little bit. All right, slide it in. Let's see how it fits against the wall.
Ooh, fits perfectly.
All right, pretty good. So now what we're going to do, this is not a 90-degree corner, so we're not going to cut a 45. But I really don't care what the degree is because we're going to bisect this angle. So the first thing I want to do is I want to mark the long part where they meet in the corner here. I'm going to put a little line right there. And now, right where the 2 countertops meet, I'll draw a line here, and at the top, now I connect this point to that point. This corner will be bisected and the angle will be equal on each side. So now that we've cut this side, we'll lay the piece right on. Now don't push it too hard to the corner. I want to stop this outside edge even with the piece that's already there, just like that. We tight to the wall. Now I'm just going to mark this right here.
Oh, so you're going to use the top piece to actually scribe the bottom piece.
That's right. All right, now we'll take this out and cut the other piece. To hold this corner tight, we're going to add a tenon in each location that I marked right here. What we're going to do is we're going to put a mortise in each piece, and we're going to do that with an oscillating mortise machine. All right, slide it in. Looks pretty good right there. So the next thing is we'll work on the waterfall edge.
Right, so Tommy, you flipped that and cut it, huh?
Yeah, we flipped it. Let me show you what I have. I just marked the height because we're going to scribe this to the floor. But we actually took this piece off of this piece. So if I hold it up like this, you can see where we cut it.
And it's a nice match because this matches, this matches, this matches.
Right. So now look at the edge and you'll see it's like 2 opposing 45s.
Yeah.
So we lost about 1/4 inch like that to make up for the thickness of the blade. So now the idea of it is to scribe this to the floor, and we have what is called a waterfall edge. Now we'll cut that off. All right, so going to put some glue in the mortises for the tenons. Okay, now we'll put some glue on the end grain of the miter. All right, you ready? Slide it in. There it is. Tap one? Yeah, tap it in. Tap it in.
Look at that. Fits like a glove.
Fits good. So pick it up a little. Pick it up if you can. There you go.
Look at that, Tony, huh?
Nice.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So we'll put a little glue in this joint here and sand it and fill the joint up.
I am liking what I see, fellas, huh?
Looks pretty good.
So the scribes are tight, that miter is dead nuts, the waterfall looks terrific. Man, that's a lot of work for just off-the-shelf butcher block.
It is a lot of work.
But here, try this for size.
Ooh, support for my lumbar.
Yeah, make sure you're doing something too.
Great place to work. Something you don't know that much about. Did I say that? No, I didn't mean it.
Time for your annual review,
That was my inside voice.
Mr.
talk.
Silva and Mr. Silva.
It better be good, Sonny.
Miters, tight. Waterfall, solid.
Yeah.
Attitude,
Excellent.
below average. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.